Separated from the love of her eternal life in the war against darkness, she now fights to extinguish those she holds responsible for destroying her happily ever after. She's a Dampier, a day-walking vampire. Oh, she's Blade. Drinking blood to strengthen her powers while taking care to control the monster within. She's physically fast and ferocious, but her wit also has things of its own. Carmilla uses blood to fuel some of her abilities or health when there's no more left. Activate to enter winged form, training 9 blood per second to gain move speed and blood-free abilities. Day, every 1 second, restore 2 health to all nearby heroes, including yourself. Night, gain 30% crit chance. Tearing, chain a series of 5 attacks with clawed hands. The last does 300% more damage. The combo overall deals a total of 48 damage and earns 12 blood. Blood orb, send a blood orb forward, holding the action consumes blood to fuel it, dealing 80 area damage per second. Upon release, the blood orb explodes and does 40 damage. Death Kiss, hold then release. Carmilla launches herself at the target location, then turns intangible and bites the closest enemy, dealing 100 damage. Each successful bite earns 30 blood points. So we've got a movement skill that has an iframe, I think. So similar to Red Riding Hood, she's got 2 skills that can move her. Carmilla transforms into an intangible bat swarm, dealing 30 damage to enemies passed through as bleed. Holding the action consumes blood to keep this form active for up to 3 seconds. Okay.
Tis night when my bite is more bitter than my bark.
Okay, it's a weird quote.
I need something to sink my teeth into.
Oh, very fast attack speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, so did you see that? By holding down the button, it gets stronger, but it bleeds her because she has no blood stocked up. But you have regeneration during the day, which is amazing. Okay. Dude, I feel like I'm gonna hate her at nighttime because she doesn't have regen. When not in combat, defense gains stealth and can be held without consuming blood. Defense deals 50% more damage. Life essence, killing an enemy with specials bite earns vitality. Repeating this action restores 20 health to Carmilla. Do I not have regen? It's daytime. Oh. Does she only pump out the regen while she's in the winged form?
For my embrace?
Maybe that's it. Dang, I was 1 away. What? How did that not connect? Ugh, lame. That was weird. My bite just like canceled there. Waiting on bite. New talent. After defense, bats disperse around Carmilla, dealing 66 area damage as bleed. Furious Tempest, consuming blood to fuel power, gradually increases its damage up to 50% after 3 seconds of holding. Okay. Furious Tempest?
I like where this is going. It's more entertaining when my prey plays hard to get.
Yeah, that does a lot of damage. With the plus 50% damage when you just hold it, it does a lot. Do you remember you can reroll? Yeah, I remember I can reroll. I wasn't upset about those choices.
These lands are fouled with the presence of the enemy. Such feeble resistance only adds to my amusement.
I keep thinking the green residue from those ones dying is a health orb. And it keeps not being a health orb. So if you do this thing, the big form, and you're upset about it, you can't turn it off as far as I can tell.
My pulse quickens in anticipation.
Ow.
Blind and ugly. Delightful combination.
Talent. After a defense, bats disperse around Carmilla doing bleed, or victimization. Special marks... Hold on, what was the special? That's the bite. Special applies marked to bitten enemies for 6 seconds. Marked enemies take plus 25% damage and spread this status to another nearby enemy when they die. We'll try it.
I didn't expect to like this so much.
Sacrificial idol. Give it a shot. This is gonna hurt.
The darkness beckons. I must
25% increased damage. Mike is doing good. I'm doing alright.
Show yourselves, my darlings.
We beat difficulty 1. After that, I've just been trying different characters to try to see if I could find one I'd fall in love with and then, you know, just work on that one. What? Why didn't it bite? I gotta say, this AoE healing is, leaves something to be desired. When I saw her healing in the spawn, I thought that was just how fast she regen. It's like a pittance compared to that.
The silence descends. The lovers
I mean, if you're with a team of people, maybe it's more noticeable because you're healing everyone, but just on her own, it's a pittance. Boost healing effects.
I expected better.
The spawn heal is just pre-match. Yeah, but there was... The other characters don't have their health go below full in the spawn, so she's the first one I saw get injured in spawn. So I thought that was it, right? I thought that was her regen.
I wonder what they look like in their death throes. We shall soon find out.
Healing fountain. I am on the wrong side of this fence. Dang, I didn't realize that was going to interrupt me. And once again, the bite failed. That's like the third time. And bite missed again. And bite missed again. Okay, alright. Similar to the issue with Red Riding Hood, I feel like she has a skill that is undependable, that I can't rely on it. Which is a shame. I didn't mind her that much, but the bite, there's like three times in a row there, and then also like 5 times total. I would mouse over an enemy, I'd click the bite, she'd teleport in, and it just, like, wouldn't work. You don't have to go melee. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't... I don't understand what that has to do with anything. I mouse over the enemy, I click the bite, and it didn't work. I don't know why you're saying you don't have to go melee. That doesn't explain anything. Chat explains the bite above. You can change the distance of the bite based on how much you hold down the button. I'm saying that's not how it works. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what Romeo can do. Let's see. If Juliet definitely dies, Romeo dies too. Wait, what? Can you play him on his own? Or does this require a team? Consume health equivalent to 15% of max health to make Juliet heal for 200% of the amount. Yes, you can. So if you do play him on his own, he basically doesn't have a passive. Rapier, chain together a series of attacks with the rapier. Last attack does 200% damage. Whole combo does more damage. Use dash, more dash. Red rose. Hold down and release to throw a rose that deals damage along the path, then stops to spin, dealing area damage for 3 seconds. The rose can deal up to 70 damage in total. Juliet can use power to shoot the rose to make it explode. Okay. So that requires Juliet. Call Juliet. Perform an intangible series of deflections, blocking any enemy attack. Romeo rushes towards Juliet. Okay, alright, so this is all Juliet. I'm guessing she's the same. If Romeo. Okay. Okay. Seems kind of pointless to try one of them out if they have so many interactions that require the other one. Okay, so all of the other characters we have tried. They're meant to be played as a duo, but they can be played solo. They have the same skills in solo, but they're weaker. What? I mean, why would I want to play a weaker version of them? Piercing bullet, release the chemo to do perfect shot. Answering the call makes both heroes dash toward each other and kiss at half distance, dealing under 25 area damage. Then their PDA is so strong it hurts people. Juliet becomes intangible and triggers a barrage of attack bullets at nearby enemies, consuming all remaining ammo. Okay. My favorite character you still haven't unlocked. How do I unlock the other two characters? I don't even know how I unlocked the first ones. Like, I got Aladdin from, I think, beating the first level. Geppetto, maybe the third one? The other two, I don't even know how I got Carmilla. Like, I unlocked Carmilla by trying out Geppetto, and I didn't even finish the run. It says in the book thing. I can't click on them in the book to look at their requirements. You have to beat Chapter 1 for each of the top 4 characters. Ugh. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense, because... How did I get Carmilla? The icon in the top left. Complete Chapter 1 with Pied Piper and Snow Queen. Okay. Alright. So I guess we gotta turn the difficulty back down then. Alright, let's see if we can do that. So confirm, turn this back down, try that.
Music is my sword.
You got Carmilla for going through Chapter 1 with a second row character. So Geppetto then. Alright.
Perhaps here we'll find something worthy of our flute.
Tried that last time, didn't like it. Try Horde. Alright.
Plague staccato.
Damage increased. By how much? Looking for a buff anywhere on the screen. Critical damage 50%. Critical chance 5. Increase all damage by 5%. Okay.
Staccato. There is music in the silence after a roar.
Talent. Rats attacks weaken enemy and do more damage. After hitting him, move defense. The next power within 3 seconds lasts longer. +2 as a notes. Rats.
Art is only limited by our imagination.
Wee wee woo. Wah wah wah.
That deserves a round of applause.
Let's see, where's the entrance? It's over here.
Heed my call, one and all. Let's take it from the top, my friends.
Let's see, when taking damage, gain 18 shield at most every 30 seconds, plus healing effect, plus damage to bosses.
There's some magic in this. That's what I call a rousing chorus.
Ah! Thought I'd dodge that. Should have left those orbs for after I clicked on this. I didn't think about it in time. I was thinking that was a heal, and I was hesitating, and it wasn't. Huh, I always thought it automatically picked all those up, but I guess you can move away fast enough that it doesn't.
Ourselves a new public. Calling on the whole choir.
Rats! Wait, why did... Okay, so I guess because the rats didn't exhaust themselves on that last fight, a lot of them went back into follow mode. I just assumed that they would all just despawn. Interesting. If they don't attack 3 times, they live. Right, but then do they go back to having 3 attacks ready to go? Or it's like, what if you're at max rats? They each use 2 attacks. Then on the next fight, you say attack, and then they just have 1 attack left, then die. And if that's the case, I would hope the game, whenever it's time to restock the rats, would replace the ones that only have 1 attack remaining. But I bet it doesn't do that. Mike, apparently yesterday was a holiday for Americans. Did you and the fam do anything yesterday? It was just a normal day. We lost sleep because the redneck neighbors kept throwing fireworks in the air. That's basically it. Special triggers an implosive defense, pulling enemies inward with its range increased by 25%. I don't want to pull enemies toward me. Defense does 53 damage.
Let's add that to my score.
Crap. God, this guy's so fragile.
You can never have too many friends. The final note.
Alright, what's in the box? At crit health, gain +4 regeneration. What is critical health? How long does regeneration last? How much does regeneration heal? +1 damage to 10 vitality, you have currently 0. I have 97 vitality right now. What do you mean I have 0? Plus 25% to any healing effect provided. I've seen that before. X4. What does X4 mean? X5. X5. This game gives a comical amount of information. Below 10 to 20%. Well, 10% or 20%? 5 to 10 seconds, I think. 5 seconds or 10? I honestly thought you were like Ice Queen Ninja Pet of the best. Dude, oh my freaking god. Like, there might as well just be like an Egyptian hieroglyph on half of these things. When you're kind of low, we don't know when. You get a heal, we don't know how much. It's like I'm talking to the IRS about how much I owe for taxes. Like you're looking for problems at this point. No, I'm getting frustrated at lack of information, man. It's not that I'm looking for problems, it's I keep hitting problems. You're getting cause and effect confused.
I know there are more nightmares out here somewhere.
Have you tried being better? Yeah, I beat it on my first run.
Purpose and panache.
Alright, healing well. Like, earlier we learned that 1 vitality is 1 hit point. But that thing said you gain damage per 10 points of vitality. You currently have 0 vitality. But I had 97 hit points. So maybe vitality is points above the baseline you start with. So that means the starting health equates to 0 vitality, and any health above that equals to net positive. Like, there's so many little things, it's just like, what? Like, I'm trying to give the game an honest try here. It's just, there's a lot of little things like that. It's just like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, you know the meme where the guy's like, Jesse, what are you talking about? Like, it's like that. Alright, let's go back here and then go to the well thing. Mug, this is a Wendy's.
Strange way to travel, but it is swift.
We got max rats again. Might throw them with something.
There isn't much day
Over
left.
here.
I'm calling on the whole choir.
What is that? Choose a consumable. Now this gives +4 damage. Does that mean +4 to the damage of every one of those very tiny hits I do? Because that would be almost double my DPS because of how rapidly I attack. No, it's
I
not.
have a song for every occasion.
It is not adding 4 damage to each attack. So I don't know what that did.
Allegro.
It's a percentage increase. So since I hit for like 5, I need to get over 20% damage in order to gain 1 damage. Yeah?
You can never have too many friends.
After dash, gain 10% crit. +1 stars of fate. For each star of fate spent, gain dream shards. Healing orbs grant strength and heal 10% more. I don't like any of this.